Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer.
Hello, right. Boring Review Nation.
Kind of pointless.
We know all things.
All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Jodi there.
And Jodi and I are here for another
Michael McIntyre comedian reaction.
Well,
I was not ready for that.
I was like trying to think. Do I want to call him Eminem? Or that name is already out there, because when I'm doing the editing and all this kind of stuff, I'm posting things, blah, 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 I always put MM, just the abbreviations. But Michael McIntyre works because that's his actual name. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you've seen our other reactions, we appreciate it. If you haven't, go ahead and check them out. They're on the channel. And we have reacted to the Battle with Kids. It's got like a longer name, like feeding, bedtime, blah, 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 sleeping or whatever. But this one, I was told, is like maybe not the second part, but very related to that.
So, remember how I told you he looked familiar and I thought I saw him before?
Correct.
I think I saw a clip of this. People without children have no idea what it's like. I want to say that the one I watched had something to do with like putting the shoes on and the kid like not wanting to put their shoes on. Something. I could be wrong.
Well, I think I've seen something like that too, but I'm pretty sure it was an American comedian. I don't know. It could be this guy.
Together.
Could be this guy. It was probably like a little clip on Instagram or something like that. But anyways, we're going to check out People Without Children Have No Idea What It's Like. And we're not going to be those parents who are like, oh, we have kids, so we're so special. And you that don't are losers in life and you don't know. No, it's not about that. It's about the fact that you just don't know what your experience is not. I know nothing about farming. I know nothing about taking care of horses or the dance world or whatever, right? So people that do know, they'll be able to say, well, let me tell you a few stories.
Now I think we see next. I think he did. I think he said people who don't have children just put their shoes on and walk out the door. And people who do have kids, it's like this, I can't find my shoes. I don't know where it is. Just get your shoes on.
It could be.
I'm curious.
She's going to give the whole bit right now. You might as well, right?
Sorry, it was like a long time
alert.
ago.
If you like our reaction to this in any way, please don't forget to
like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be aware of our next uploaded videos. I love that we made it to 80,000 subscribers. Thank you. Now, can we get to 100,000? Because that's really what we want to get to. 100,000 before the summer when we're in England. That's our trip.
Help us out. All right.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and get started with this, a right, and now.
And there are people in this room who do have children, and there are people in this room who don't have children.
Yeah!
And the people who don't have children, they think they know, don't they? They think they know. They think they know what it means to have children. Sometimes they chat about it, don't they, in their little couples? You know, oh, I'd love to start a family one day with you. It'd be lovely. You'd make a really good dad. Oh, I think you'd be an amazing mom. It'd be so, wouldn't it be so lovely having little versions of you and me running around? I'd love to have a family. And you think you know what you're talking about. You have no idea. You have no idea what it's like. You have no idea how difficult things will become in your life. Things that you don't even consider to be things will become nearly impossible.
You're right.
When you have children. I'm talking about things like leaving the house, for example. This is how people without children leave the house. Shall we leave the house? Yes.
Go on your merry way.
Yeah.
This is how I leave the house almost every day. Lucas, Oscar, come downstairs. We're late. Why aren't you downstairs? Put your shoes on. I don't know where my shoes are. Put your shoes on. Go and find your shoes. Where did you see them last? On my feet. After that, get your shoes on. Come here. Come here.
I'm sorry. I got to interrupt real quick because, yes, this is life right here. Okay, and it's funny because with our kids in the past, it's always, each kid's different.
Yes.
But with our youngest, since it's the most recent being at that age, it was always like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What? What do you mean you don't know? I don't know where it's at. I have no idea. Like, you come in the house, you take them off either by the front door or in the garage. What do you mean I don't know? I don't know. And with our son, it could literally be anywhere. He could have used it as like a grenade or whatever in his bedroom, one over here and one downstairs in the fridge. Who knows?
And that is the thing, like, I wouldn't be shocked if one was in the fridge, because the things that you like, that he takes,
He makes a game, he plays with anything that's a toy, anything that's around him. I don't even know why we buy him toys, for crying out loud. But he's just so imaginative, so, yeah. And you're just like, what do you mean? Like, everyone knows where their shoes are. Don't we all put them in the same place? Not that young.
I have literally found his socks or his clothes like hidden in our couch. It has like the little armrests. They open up and you can store things in there. They're like in there. They're under desks. They're like in between the cushions of the couch. Like, I'm like, what are you doing, child?
Taking those socks off, and who knows where he puts them.
On my feet. After that, get your shoes on. Come here, come here. Arms up, arms in, arms in, arms up, arms in. That's my wife. She's so tired, she can't go. Arms in, what arms, darling? Where are we going? Darling,
Can't do it.
Where are we going, darling? Darling, you've got Lucas's shoes on your hands. I found your shoes, darling. You put your shoes on. Where's Ozzy? Come downstairs! We're late! Put your coat on. I don't want to wear my coat.
I have to laugh because I don't think like I ever hear people yell like for their kids to hear them or to come down until you're a parent. Because you're like, get your butt down here, we've got to go. And you could just walk upstairs and get that, but it's just so much work.
It's a lot of work. It's more than it has to be.
Yes.
Come downstairs! We're late! Put your coat on. I don't want to wear my coat. You know, people without children, you know how you do zips up? I've seen how much time you have in your lives. How you focus on it. You get the one with the fabric. You just pop it in, don't you? It nestles in. Then you pause, thinking about your free life and what you might want to do with it later that day. And then you just glide up, don't you? You think I have time for that shit in my life? Every single morning. Oh, I've ruined it. Stay still. You're gonna have to put another coat on. I've ruined this. I'm sorry, I've made the situation worse. Ozzy! My 3-year-old will never come downstairs. The only way to get him to leave the house is we have to bluff. We have to pretend that we're leaving without him. It's the only way it'll work.
We've done this.
All go, bye-bye, Ozzy.
We're leaving.
All going then. We're all going. My other son loves it, the 6-year-old. We're leaving Ozzy. We're going to stay here. I hate him. Don't be so rude about your brother. Say goodbye. We're not really leaving. We're pretending to leave, okay? Say goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Ozzy. Bye-bye. But he doesn't care. He just goes, bye-bye. Then we have to come back in and explain to him, we're not really leaving, darling. We love you. It's okay. I'll buy you something if you come. Will you come if I buy you something?
Bribe him, yes.
This is every
Makes
single
it
time
worse.
we leave the house. The other day we're leaving the house and I just had enough. I just said to my wife, I'm sorry, I can't do this. We're bluffing. We're saying bye-bye to him. Then my wife says, let's go and get him. I'm like, stop. No, I've had it. No, stop. I cannot go through this every single time we leave the house. It's driving me insane. Okay? I say we call his bluff. I think he has to learn a lesson. Okay? Let's go. Let's just go. Let's go to Corfu. Let's have a nice holiday. You've no idea what it's like. You childless people. You have no idea. Driving, you go driving. You drive in cars, don't you? Driving along. Yay! What's the biggest drama you have to put up with? Oh, it's a bit chilly. Oh, put the blower on. Oh, that's nice now. Oh, look, they've opened a new Carluccio. We should go there. We could go there any night. We could go there any night.
Any night.
Oh, what's this song? I love this one. Freedom! I strap my children into the car. I work out what'll cut off the blood supply, then I ease it a bit. Stay there! We try and behave normally. Ooh.
I was really hoping he'd be like trying to buckle them in the car seat and they're like, no.
Yeah,
no.
all of them. Absolutely.
And
You're
you're
gonna fall out.
like, yes, well, that's what they do though. They like slide out and you're like, oh my gosh, sit
Well,
back.
not just that, but if you have to move the car seats and you're trying to find that little thing and you're trying to put it in,
yes.
and you're trying to tight, because it's got to be as tight as possible because they might die, right? They might die, so you got like all this kind of stuff.
Oh, it's the worst.
I ease it a bit. Stay there! We try and behave normally. Oh, what's this song? It's the wheels on the bus.
Oh. No.
Look, there's a new Carluccio's there. We will never go there. The other day I was checking my children in the rearview mirror to see that they're safe. We're on the motorway, okay? You just angle it to check that they're both okay because, you know, you're looking after them. Neither of them were there. They had both wound the windows down and had their heads on the motorway out of the window. Yay! Both of them, either side. Yay! My wife and I just lost it. Can't hear us. They're having the times of their lives.
So much stress.
What you say, Daddy? On the motorway, going 80 miles an hour to stick my head out of my window to try and communicate with my child. Get in!
No.
My wife's doing it too. Get in! What is it, Mummy? All four of us had our heads out of the window.
Nope.
Meanwhile,
Car accident.
a childless couple is driving past. Oh, look at the kids. I'd love to start a family one day.
I know.
No idea what you're talking about. Sleeping. Sleeping at night.
Lost it.
This is how people without children. Yeah, most nights, yeah. Good night, darling. Good night. Good night. Sometimes you go, sleep well, and the other one goes, I will.
Definitely.
How cocky, how arrogant you are. I know I will. Good night, darling. Have a good sleep. Good night. It's been a long time since my wife and I said good night to each other, okay? Now we just go, good luck.
Yeah.
All through the night, they're screaming, Daddy, 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 Mommy, Mommy. Sometimes they just wake up wide awake in the middle of the night. I'm asleep, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I wake, you know, when sometimes you don't realize it, but you sort of half open your eyes. Sometimes when you're asleep, I half open my eyes. My son is in my face. And, what the hell are you doing here? What time is it?
I knew that was
What
coming.
time is it? 2 o'clock in the morning. What do you want? I want to go to school. Go to school? What are you talking about? It's to go back to bed. I've got my shoes on. You do. You found your shoes.
Yeah.
Fix my jacket. How did you... What are you doing? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, you idiot. Go to bed. Where's Ozzy? He's by the front door. He's never been there in his life.
He's never been there in his life.
I have no idea.
That was good.
Right? No, I'm used to
And that
like,
was obviously the one you were talking about.
Yep. I'm used to them like you like turn over and they're right there and you're like, what the heck? Why are you here? And I was always like, I don't feel good. And you're like, oh my gosh, get a bowl, go to the bathroom, don't come near me.
Yeah. Got stories about that, which I will not tell here.
Oh, so many.
As he's talking about this, and let me rant a little bit. Now, again, we're both teachers. I'm an elementary school teacher by choice. So I love kids. I don't mind being around them, all that kind of stuff, teaching them. But at that age, like 2 to 5, 2 to 6,
Even elementary.
even 2 to 8, like it's not a picnic when they're babies either, but it is rough, especially 2 to 5. I mean, those are some really tough years because, like, when they're a baby, you can't wait for them to talk.
They're so
like, wouldn't it be so nice if they
cute.
can tell me what they want?
They're snuggly.
You have no idea what you're asking for. That's a big mistake, right? Oh, I can't wait till they start walking around.
Nope.
No, you don't. No, you don't, because they'll get into everything. They'll put everything inside their mouth.
So I just remember before kids, like looking at sometimes when parents were like at the store with their kids and their kids are crying. And I know people without
The
kids think
store.
this. They're like, oh my gosh, control your kid. Like, freaking tell them to stop. Like, control your kid. But when you have a kid,
No manners.
you can try as hard as you want. But if they are upset and throwing a tantrum, that's it. Like, they're having their tantrum. Like, you can't just stop them. And there's been times where we're like, we got to go. We will come back to the store later. We are going home. Like,
Yes.
that is it. But man, I can't tell you like how many times even like my sisters would be like, I would never let my child behave like that. And I'm like, oh,
Just wait till you have.
just wait.
You can't
Just
can't
wait.
say that unless you
Nope.
don't have kids.
No, because you
Right?
can't control
It's just
them
like dog
that.
owners that be like, or people that aren't dog owners are just
Mhm.
like, why don't your dog bark all night long? That's ridiculous. And yes, it gets to a point where like, you get that dog to stop.
Train them.
But sometimes dogs just want to talk to other dogs out in the
Yep.
backyard or whatever. I keep forgetting what I want to say. And I finally remembered it. When you have a young kid in the car seat, right? There's no such thing as a short errand. Because a short errand is like times 3 anyone else that does it, right? You want to, let me go pick up something from the store on the way home and go pick up dinner real quick. If we got to get out of the car, let me go get some gas in the car. Let me go get the mail. One of our first apartment complexes, you had to get out of the car, walk up the stairs, go into the mail room, get your mail out, and then come back out. And it was just like, do I leave the kid in the car? Because I'm just getting the mail. I could see them through the window in there. You definitely want to leave the keys in the car because someone could just try to steal your car and, oh, surprise, there's a baby in the back. But just something like that, you felt like a horrible parent, just like to run in real quick, get it, and then run back out. And then you think, like, what if I lock myself in? those kind of things, like I got to run somewhere. My wife's at work. I've got to take the kids with me. I just got to pick up something real quick. And this is before like the whole like dine, they drop off the food, Uber Eats or whatever. That kind of stuff I don't miss at all.
Because then you unhook the car seat. If they're in the carrier, you carry it and lug it all the way up to get them out. Put them down, unlock,
or take them out and unbuckle them. You're holding like this, and you're trying to carry. I just need a few groceries. I don't need a cart. You're like doing this. You got the baby like this,
and then they're wiggling and they're reaching and they're like climbing everywhere, and they don't help you. They don't hold on to you until they're older. So they're just like, whoa. I just remember the worst is when you have to use the restroom and your baby cannot stand on their own. So you have to hold them and you're going strollerless or car seatless because you're just carrying them. Oh my gosh, you're like, hold on, let me wiggle my pants down, let me hold you. Like, that is the worst.
Oh my. I mean, talk about the bathroom. Our kids, maybe all kids this way, they love to come visit you when you're in the bathroom. Like, you can't, you don't want to like close the doors because when they're young enough, okay, talk to mom, talk to dad, let me hear you, let me sure you're okay, you can go to the bathroom real quick. Like, and so they just come in and they start talking to you about their day, this, that. I'm like, I'm in a private situation. Can you please, it probably has only been a few years since we can like go to the bathroom in private. It's an amazing thing. Let us know what your stories are. Let us know what you wonder if you don't have kids yet. Let us know what you're most excited about. And let us know if we terrified you for ever having kids. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
Goodbye.